Hello Twitter. Today I'm going to be making the gelatin from Twitter and I'm going to be doing a simple step-by-step tutorial. Let's get into it. On to the preparation. I have a cross-dresser living in my home who's going to demonstrate for you.
The first step will be getting the straw off the berry. In one nail, so you can just thankfully do it quite easily. But it should be easy enough if you don't have long nails.
Perfect. Now, strawberries that are slightly bruised, overripe, or misshapen, which I sadly do not have any better examples of than this, they are just fine to use. Because everything's gonna be blended up together and those actually tend to be sweeter, even though they're not that good to chew on. So, I'd say this is even a bit of a waste because they're not slightly older strawberries, but it should be good. Just like in the original tweet, I am going to be using 750 grams of strawberries. These are the 500 gram boxes that they sell here, and I used 1.5 of them. So if you're following along precisely, these are the measurements for those. Do keep in mind I will be eyeballing a lot of it because I sort of have to do it. You guys will figure it out, it's not that hard. We do want a little bit of water with the strawberries. For my case, it's just to help them blend. But if you have a good blender, you might not need that. Now, next up, we need to blend the strawberries. Go ahead. Yep.
Usually what needs to be done is that the strawberries, when they are beginning to be blended...
No, you're forcing the thing open the wrong way.
This way?
Yes.
Okay, I see.
And then you lift it?
They need to be pushed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Quite a lot, actually.
Mm-hmm.
The more you push them down, the easier they will blend, usually.
If you have a good blender, you don't need to do that, but the fucking student housing, student lifestyle, we don't got that luxury. Okay, attempt 2.
Second attempt. Oh, I see.
More power. More. Nope. Okay, technical difficulties goes a second. Attempt 3.
The third attempt, after mashing the strawberries a third time.
Do it, more power. More. Jesus fucking Christ.
If you run into difficulties like we are doing, you need to mix up the strawberries inside of the blender so that they can, be properly blended.
Long story short, you just gotta get them to blend somehow.
Yes, it requires a lot of elbow grease. Come on, you can put it in,
Yeah, but wish I had my home blender from Croatia. Okay. And now,
For the test of truth.
Jesus fucking Christ.
This may be the most difficult strawberries we're dealing with.
Finally.
There we go.
Finally. Okay. Yes, you can. Now we have finely blended strawberries. If you want them chunky, I guess you can leave them chunky, but finely blended is the way to go. Here is the thing. When they set, they're going to get less sweet. You have to get them to a state where they're slightly sweeter than you want them to be, which oftentimes means a lot of sugar. Disclaimer, this is not a healthy recipe. Blending up fruits makes them a little bit less, a little bit more sugary. Health-wise, that's what a lot of reply people said. And also...
And if somebody asks you to, definitely add strawberry powder to it.
It's not strawberry powder, it's raspberry powder. We have raspberry powder. He really likes raspberry powder, I like it as well. It's optional. It is optional, but it adds a nice color and it adds a little bit of tartness.
And remember that the bigger the sugar rocks, the better.
Next up, we just want to heat up the strawberry stuff. You can put it in the pot and heat it up afterwards. You shouldn't preheat the pot, lest it burn.
To blend the strawberries in the pot, This is where your recipe might differ.
Hell yeah. Oh, no cut. Okay, no cut.
No.
No. So, the reason why it might differ is because there are tons of different types of gelatin. Last time I used something that was called melatonin or some weird shit like that. Right now we are using agar, or agar, I have no idea how it's spelled in English, which is what I usually used in the past. This one requires us to mix it in with a little bit of cold water and then add it to the rest. But this purely depends on what kind of mixture you have. A lot of like the stuff like pectin, I believe, does not have to be dissolved in cold water. So consult the instructions on the bag for this. And you want about, there's no real good way to measure this. You want it to be thick. You want to use about double what you'd use for a thin jelly. So don't go easy on it. That's all. Okay, so now this has been cooking for a little while. The taste has been adjusted. Keep in mind, don't forget, you need it to be a little bit sweeter than you want it to be. Keep in mind also that the gelatin has its own amount that is going to dilute the taste. So season accordingly. Now let's see how it tastes like. Fucking perfect.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a bit sweeter than you want it to be then.
Um.
If it's perfect, like you should add a little bit more sugar to it.
Yeah, you might be right. This is a lot of gelatin. Okay, wise words have been spoken. We are adding more sugar.
Hell yeah.
I don't like facing the fact that this is such an unhealthy meal, but you know, it is what it is.
It's not good for you, but you gotta do it.
But I have to do it. So, this has been brought to a boil. I'll lower the temperature a little bit. We have quite a bit of foam on top. Sometimes I remove it, but honestly, this does not ruin anything. I usually do it with the foam on. Last time I didn't do it, but it's gonna be fine. We have a bunch of gelatin. You are probably gonna have a little bit less gelatin mixture, and we're gonna start mixing it in. And
It
now
needs to be introduced slowly.
that is very true. If you introduce it too fast, it can sometimes cause bumps and clumps to happen, and that's not something we want. And this is also going to require a little bit of boiling before the gelatin actually starts to, well, gelify. So it's normal to have to wait a little bit. Now, before this is done, I'm gonna just get the rest out with a spoon. Don't want to waste too much of it. And honestly, now we just stir and wait. Might take a few minutes. I like to gently scrape the bottom, so if something starts forming, it doesn't continue forming, but usually it should just be fine. I'm gonna also up the temperature a little bit, but just make sure you don't burn it. And keep doing this until you start feeling it thicken up a little.
Would you stir this gelatin for 88 minutes?
Gently stir for 88 minutes. Jesus Christ.
And that is what we'll keep doing for a little longer.
The important thing, we need the molds to be prepared because our agar has already started to firm up, which is really, really good.
Yes. Unless you want to eat a gelatin cake, you need to get the molds ready.
Okay, our gelatin has been cooked. You can see in the texture that something has happened. That's all we need. Something always happens. And now, the important thing is you gotta be able to pour it precisely. That's why I'm using this smaller pouring cup. Now, we have silicone molds and we'll just go right ahead.
If you liked the original tweet, this is how you make the diabetes cubes.
Perfect. Oh god, I fucked up. Oh, Twitter knows I'm bad at cooking. Oh no, it just keeps getting worse.
Oh god, no.
No, I got it. I know exactly how the gelatin reacts. I invented it after all. Even though half of the fucking Spanish community disagrees with me. This contains no guava. This contains absolutely zero guava fruit, and it tastes better. I fucking tried those things. They taste better. I swear to God, those things fucking don't taste as good as this. I fucking swear. I have them right here. Yeah, get him, show him. Show him the fucking stuff.
All the Hispanic people, he's not lying. He does have guava candy, and he doesn't like it all that much.
It is not as good. Oh, blue is ending up not used. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Blue
This one's gonna be.
diabetes disc.
This one's not surviving the winter.
That is Euler's disc.
Oilers.
Euler's disc of diabetes.
Oh my fucking god! Perfect. And now, last stage, most important. We do not have time. You guys will have time, so leave it to cool in room temperature, and then put it in the fridge afterwards. Not the freezer, just the fridge, which should be obvious. We do not have time though, because you guys need to see how this is made. So therefore, it is going to be put right into the refrigerator. Make sure you have a beefy one. You don't want to break your fridge with this.
Indeed.
Oh, this is wonderful. I do not like how it's letting off smoke. I mean, evaporation. It's kind of terrifying.
It will be alright. And in just a few days, we will show the final result.
In just a few days, it's uploading like tonight. Yeah, trust me. Don't worry. You can
Yes.
go to sleep early.
Of course. That will be all. Give it up to cool.
This should be perfect. This should be perfect. This should be perfect. And now, thank you very, very much for watching. This was a pleasure, and hopefully your recipe turns out well.
Hopefully. Goodbye.
Bye bye. I suppose that will be it for the tutorial. If there's anything to take from these cubes, it is that agar is a very strong gelatin. This was a little bit too much gelatin to get the right effect. So that's why I will be a little more careful next time. And secondly, the most depressing part is that it's not sweet enough. I had to add more sugar. Would you believe it? Probably because of the amount of gelatin and because of the sweetness that's reduced when it sets. But take it as a lesson. This is almost great, almost as it was last time, but a little more gelatin is needed. That's all, guys. I really hope you enjoyed the tutorial. And well, good luck when you try it.